Hi, this is Dave, and I'm going to show you how I would go about demoing EMS. Okay, so it's going to be a combination of using PowerPoint and actually doing a demo with a real EMS instance. So I would start by showing the customer the three basic functions we're going to look at, which are the product catalog, entitlements, and license activation. So I think it's fair to say that customers are interested in the second two, entitlements and license activation, but it's really hard to demo those two without going through the product catalog. And from what I've seen, starting by creating license types and features and models to kind of, it's a little clunky. So my approach here is I've actually pre-populated EMS with some products and features and so forth. So I would go about showing the customer how I've set up my product catalog, and then in the live demo, actually creating an entitlement and then doing the license activations. It's important to sort of tell a story here, not just pull up EMS and start clicking menus. So we're going to start with the product catalog. Within the product catalog, this is where I can define license models. I can define my licensed modules, my products, associate my part numbers and the licensing attributes and all that stuff. And then would move to entitlements where I can create an order. I can give the customers activations or license keys through my entitlements, or give my customers access to activations. That's what that should say. And also make the point that this can be ERP driven, of course. And then finally, we'll move on to activations where we allow the customers to activate their software, generate their keys, and also report on licensing activity. So the way I set this story up is I would say, look, my company is in the CAD CAM industry, so I have my own company. I use EMS. I offer 2-point products in a bundle. A product called CAD Manufacturer, a product called CAD Electric, and I have a bundle called CAD Enterprise, which is simply a combination of the two. Each offering has optional modules that my customers can choose to purchase if they want. I call them add-on modules, and I sell each of these offerings in network and standalone licenses. Explain what each of those are. And then also note that my sales teams, it's very common for them to issue 30-day trial licenses for all my products. So that's a scenario. Small company, two main products, a bundle, you have some modules, a couple license types with trials. I think this is pretty common. So let's keep going. Now let's take a look at how I've set up my product catalog, or how I sell my products really. For CAD manufacturing, it comes with one module called manufacture. I also sell a module called mill. I also sell a module called mold. Again, the customer can choose to purchase those as add-ons. And also with the CAD electric product, they would get the electrical feature by default, and they can choose to purchase a wireless add-on that allows them to do wireless stuff. And then of course with my bundle, I call that CAD Enterprise, which is a combination of CAD manufacturing and CAD electric. Each of those products have the same modules that we looked at before. Simply, it's because it's simply a bundling of each. Okay, so at this point again, I've explained the scenario. I've shown graphically what products I'm selling and sort of how each of those products are set up and sold. Now I would go to EMS and log in. I guess we can start with features. Again, I wouldn't go about starting with showing the customer how to create features. It's more like it's probably just as easy to say, look, I've got a feature called electric. It's associated with these different license models. Again, I sell this feature network. I sell it standalone. It's also available within my trials as well. And then you can see I've got some products set up here. Say we'll pull up CAD manufacturing. Yeah, CAD manufacturing standalone. So you can see within this product definition, you'll see my three features: manufacture, mold, and mill. Show that these two are excludable. I would make note that I can define my part number, and other things that are important to me. Okay, So again, we've got features, we have products, and then we can also show my product suite. So here's my CAD Enterprise Suite, which is a bundle of CAD Electric and CAD Manufacturer. Okay, so that should be pretty self-explanatory to the customer, or at least it's fairly intuitive. Probably, I find it kind of easy to follow along with. So then I would go back to PowerPoint charts and then say, all right, my customer places an order. And I would show something like this. So I've got a customer called Design House. They place order number blah blah blah. In my CRM, they have a customer number 1229, and they place one order. They've got two line items on the order. Let's say they buy five of CAD Manufacturer and network configuration. They buy 10 of a different part number, that's CAD Electric, and they buy those as standalone. For CAD Manufacturer, this customer purchased mold and mill, and that's a perpetual license. And then with CAD Electric, they did not buy the options, and that license expires in 3 years. So then, again, I would go back to EMS and say entitlements. So here I am going to put my sales order number, explain that this can be ERP driven. My customer is Design House. They were already in my system, and as soon as I populated Design House, my contact information for Design House automatically comes up. Let's submit that. And remember, the first line item was for CAD Manufacturer. That's my network license. Perpetual. Seat count is 5. And then down here, note that I can include my optional modules. Let's submit that. Let's add another product. Let's add CAD Electric. Pick my end date. Number of activations. That would be 10. And in this case, my customer did not buy the wireless module, so we'll submit that. So on the screen here, I'll again flip back to my PowerPoint and show that we have my order. That was pretty clean here, laid out, and this is how it's represented in EMS. So again, let's say I go back to license activation. Back to the story, I would say that, Design House, because they purchase network licenses and standalone licenses, this is how they want to deploy the software, right? They've got a network license server that's deployed at the customer site. They want a single license file locked to the ID of the license server machine, and that license server controls the use of the network license keys. So we're going to generate a license file for this license server. Also, with the standalone licenses, they bought 10 of those, and each of those licenses are installed on end user machines directly. So within the demonstration, we will go back to EMS, and we're going to generate a network license file, and we're going to generate a standalone license file. So EMS, and you can go in and at that point use the EID and all that business, and show how that gets done. So overall, I think within this demonstration, I think what's important is to lay out the story, right? So you lay out the story of, here's a customer, here's how they're configured, here's what they sell, and then go in and show them various components. Now, I think to the customer, a lot of these things, especially if you're just looking at this in EMS, a lot of the screens are they all look alike, right? Because you have similar terminology. They're not familiar with the UI, so I think it's easy for the customer to get lost in our demos the way we're doing them today. So here, I think it's real important to have a good story, and I believe the PowerPoint charts kind of sets that up for you, and allows the customer to just focus in on one piece at a time, very cleanly, very neatly, and follow along. Hope you like it. Thanks.